Hey guys, welcome to the latest edition of the Muir Reflection. John from the John Muir Show here, and we've gotten word that President Trump has donated his fourth quarter of 2019 salary to the Department of Health and Human Services, saying that he wants that money to be used to help to fight the spread of coronavirus. And hats off to President Trump for doing this. It's far from the first time that President Trump has done such a thing. Since he became the president back in January 2017, President Trump has donated every paycheck to some aspect of government to try and help out one of our various governmental departments here in the United States, always trying to make it something that's timely and appropriate. In this case, Department of Health and Human Services, because of all of the fear that is coming in the United States and around the world because of the coronavirus. So, this is such unprecedented stuff that we're talking about. I mean, in the overwhelming majority of cases throughout history, we have seen politicians get into politics and stay in politics because they want to enrich themselves or further enrich themselves. For so many politicians throughout time, of all political affiliations, their time in politics has been largely dictated by what is going to be personally beneficial for me. I care about accumulating as much power as possible. I care about accumulating as much wealth as possible. And for that reason, I'm going to enter politics, and I'm going to try and stay in politics for as long of a period of time as I can. And it's really sad when you have people in politics who are just doing it to try and enrich themselves, because again, for all of our politicians, regardless, Democrat, Independent, Republican, whatever their affiliation might be, all of these people should be in politics for trying to help the jurisdiction that they are representing. It should be to try and make sure that their constituents have the best possible lives in their city, state, country, whatever the case may be, depending on the office. In the case of President Trump, he is not in politics to try and enrich himself. I think he's the one person who's actually lost money off of being in politics, lost money off of being the president of the United States. I mean, this has cost President Trump a lot of money doing this. And when he gets his paychecks, he says, no, I'm not going to keep this. I don't need more money. I'm going to put this back into the government, into programs that I believe can help my constituents, the American people. And hats off to President Trump for doing this, just like it would be hats off to any politician of any political affiliation who would do the same thing. I mean, you look at what's the option for the American people in the 2020 election. That you got somebody like President Trump, who's going and donating his salary to try and improve life in the United States for U.S. citizens. You contrast that with the guy who's now the front runner in the Democrat presidential primary, Joe Biden. And Joe Biden, he's already shown us what we get from him if he's serving in the highest levels of government. I mean, look what happened when Joe Biden was vice president of the United States under Barack Obama. The guy was going and using your taxpayer money to engage in self-serving Ukrainian quid pro quos so that he could shield and enrich he and his corrupt family. I mean, that's what you get from Joe Biden. He is one of those politicians who's only in politics to look out for himself, to enrich himself, as compared to someone like President Trump who's saying, no, I'm more than willing to lose money and donate my salaries back to various government departments just so I can better my country. And that is the mindset that we should want from all of our politicians. Sadly, we don't have it from most politicians, but we do have it from President Trump. So, look, not only has President Trump been benefiting the United States and its citizens through so many of his actions as president of the United States, but he's also been benefiting the United States by willingly losing money on his own just so the United States can end up gaining money and become a better place. Hats off to President Trump. Yet another reason why it is that he should get another 4 years as our commander-in-chief. It's all the time that we have for today. The John Muir Show, each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. on WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Till next time, I'm out.